Hi guys, my name is Dr. Wendy Coburn and I am excited to see you here in this module with scheduling. We're going to talk about scheduling because I sometimes get rebellious with it and have an aversion to it, and then I get reminded that it is very, very important. So the more that is going on, the more important scheduling is. So it is good to start a habit of scheduling early on, either before you're pregnant if you haven't already, not just talking about scheduling for work, career, or field, but life itself. And at the same time, when you're pregnant, making sure you're consistent with your scheduling. And I'm going to talk about the different pieces that go in it. So when your little or littles do arrive, it creates more ease. And you're going to go back and forth with it because babies sometimes do have their own schedules, but that's also part of your lifestyle choice, because sometimes you're still going to go out with friends and take baby with you and hang out, even if baby's schedule is nap time, because you're trying to create fluidity for them. So scheduling itself, what does it look like? How to do it? How much time do I need for each area of my life? Have you done a time audit? Might even be a great place to start, and sitting down and going, okay, what are my priorities in my life right now? Could be spouse, could be friends, your work or your field. How much time do I need to do work every day? When does it start, end, including things like commuting, even getting up in the morning? How long does it take you to get ready? And putting that into the schedule. So if you have a chart or a calendar, you can have a calendar that is set up over 3 months, Monday to Sunday or Sunday to Saturday, however you want, based on the time that you get up in the morning till the time you go to bed at night, and creating blocks of time, starting with things that are the most important for you, and absolutely nothing can alter or change those times. For example, when I am in my office, I am working from 8 to 11 or 3 to 6 or whatever time it is. I want to make sure that I have that planted in my schedule. I can even color code it if I want. The half an hour before and after is also occupied with planning, and maybe even a half an hour before that and after is commuting as well. So including all those pieces, getting that in there, getting times in for your movement or exercise, if you have your own routine or if you have classes, what does that look like? What does getting ready in the morning look like? Getting ready for bed at night look like? Blocking in time as well. If you already have kids, for your children, making sure, okay, every night at this time I'm helping my kids get ready for bed depending on their age, or making dinner, setting a time or a schedule for when you get groceries, or do you do online shopping now? Making sure that you're blocking that in, and again, you can color code it if you're that kind of person, and fitting it in so you can actually see how much time you have and where things fit. So you want to fill in those essentials first, your work hours, your commute, cooking dinner, eating, sleeping. Sleep doesn't necessarily have to be in there, but your wake time. So you can see actually really how much time in the day you do have to do things. Making sure you're putting date nights in there, regularly scheduling those for sure. Again, time with your kids' activities, drive time to those, doing errands. How about scheduling your social life in there every week or every other week as well? So if you're pre-booking your 3 months, you get to have that scheduled in there as well. You may not know exactly what the activity is going to be, but making sure you're setting aside the time and discussing it with your spouse, your partner, your support team, so they know ahead of time and get things organized and have that ready for you, so it's not like last minute, oh, by the way, I need some help and I'm going to be heading out. Can you do this? Appointments, do you have regular appointments? Getting your hair done, do you do that every 6 weeks or 3 months? Scheduling that time in. But try and create a schedule 3 months out will help you. So even when you're pregnant, your trimesters, your prenatal trimesters, any checkups that you may have, be it with your midwife, your doula, your lactation consultation, getting to meet them, or your OB, or whomever you have appointments with, getting those booked out 3 months out. So you're not just getting your life organized as well, this is key, not getting your life just organized up until the delivery of baby, but looking at past that point is so important, because those first 5 to 7 weeks can be a bit of a haze and chaotic, and not necessarily worrying about scheduling things in there, but making sure that past that you and your partner ahead of time, or your support team, have had discussions about what you want that to look like. So you can pretty roughly schedule things out for your mat leave, right? You can do it 3 months at a time. What do you want those first 3 months to look like? When do you want to start doing some moms groups? When do you want to start movement again? And just kind of scheduling those ideas out. One of the first things you can do, kind of going backwards a little bit, is that brain dump. Another module, we talked a little bit about that, is do a brain dump of all the things that you that are essential to you, that you would like to do, and just get it all out there and pick and choose your top ones to start mapping it out. Making sure as well, when you are doing it, if you're doing a 12-month, you can print off for free those calendars, right? January through December. Where are your special birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, family trips? Getting those locked into that schedule as well, if you wish. Because those key pieces are important, because before you know it, they've come and gone, you've missed them, you're late, it's the day before, you've got to rush around. Oh my gosh, holiday time's here, I haven't budgeted, I haven't set time aside, I'm not ready for it, I have a new baby, and it's chaos. I do have to say, right now, I would say more and more I'm seeing moms more overwhelmed when baby comes, so much so that they can't do anything. They're just at home, they're eating, they're sleeping, and they're in survival mode. And that's not a great place to be, because that's where they start to get sick and worn down. And that can really start to impact mental and emotional stuff as well. Impact relationships and lifestyle and expectations and the joy of being a new parent. So making sure that you're setting yourself up for success with little pieces here and there that resonate with who you are, what your lifestyle is, what your goals, what your values are all a piece and part of this. And that's why those other modules were so important, right? Making sure you're also planning in your budget. So in your schedule, planning in time to work on your budget for different sections of pregnancy, arrival, that first year. What is childcare going to look like? What are the costs going to look like? Getting back to work, budgeting for that, budgeting for food, budgeting for clothing, and then preschool, right? I know I'm talking way down the line, but for some of you that might be happening right now. What is that budget going to look like? And always checking in on it. Once a month, once every 3 months. Are you on track? Are you behind? Where would you like to tweak things? Is income higher? Is income lower? What changes do you need to make? This is an important piece to put in that schedule as well, because sometimes that gets left behind. And having those discussions with your spouse or your partner about it. Making sure as well, chores, housekeeping, are those in the schedule, or do you have an opportunity to have somebody do that for you? Do you have them scheduled in and planned to come in to help you and support you with that? Things to look forward to. Also, when you're doing a brain dump, writing down, what kinds of things, vision, goals do you want to look forward to, things you're dreaming about. Those expectations are going to be an important piece to bump into your schedule as well. So this, I'm going to just share with you one of the great planners that are out there, and being from Edmonton, this is a local Edmontonian that created it, and I want to share and help you with this. So Kristen Edmiston created the One Book, and I am a paper to pen kind of person. Some people love doing everything on the computer, but it breaks it down by whole months. So there's calendars of months. You may not be able to see this particularly on this video, but it goes down by week. And key things are, what are your top priorities of the week? Why these priorities are your top priorities. What work do you have to get done if you're still working, you're not on mat leave, or what work do you need to get done while you are on mat leave. Breaking it down by week and going through what is your word phrase of the week. So this is where the mindset piece is important. For some of you, don't care, don't want to do anything to do with this, that's not something for you, totally fine. But this helps you stay positive throughout, because again, that overwhelm can happen. What kind of highlights do you can foresee coming for next week? You can pop in here to your life to-dos, getting your nails done if that's something that you're doing, getting your hair done, going to the spa, getting a massage, having time with friends, girlfriends, guy friends, hanging out, getting some downtime, going for a walk, doing some movement, and just creating some notes. What were your wins, your successes, making sure you're celebrating. Your schedule is about just sitting back and creating reflection. And again, you may not like anything like this whatsoever. You may just want to do it in a journal where you're writing down your gratitude of the day. And you're going to ebb and flow through different things where you just love it. I'm on top of it. This is so awesome. And it gets you all excited and your adrenaline going. And then you're like, you know what? I don't want anything to do with that for weeks, months, or maybe even a year or so. But getting back to it is super important, because when your kids do get into activities, be it arts, be it music, be it sports, whatever it is, your time is that much more precious, because you're going to be transporting your kids to lots of activities. So you want to make sure that you are making sure you yourself are planned in that schedule for your mindset, your movement, your nutrients are getting in, that you are staying healthy for you. And doing that self-care, that word that everybody loves and loves to hate, because it is actually just a part of life, right? To help us stay healthy, to be able to give to others, to be that foundational part of the family, we need to stay healthy, and keeping focus on it through a schedule is a key part. So I hope that is helpful for you. We're going to have a workbook here for you to start working through some things and give you some suggestions on different schedule or calendars to look at. And hopefully some of it you will latch onto and you'll take hold of and dig into from that point. If you have any questions, reach out, but we're always here for you, and this is always a place for you to go back to figure out, okay, why do I need to create a schedule? What are the key pieces? And that's where that brain dump is going to help you figure out what are the key pieces that you need to put into the schedule. Once it's in the schedule, those key essential pieces are ones you can't move around and cancel, because they are that important for you, especially that self-care, that movement, that mindset stuff. So you can support your new little one, your spouse, your support team the best way that you can, and live life to the fullest. So we'll see you on the next module. Mm-hmm.